Hello, and welcome back to the Lindon campaign. And now this is a really interesting part of the campaign, because we are very much in the middle of, well, we're in the mid-game. There's Tol Acharns, there's invasions going off, and currently there is a Tol Acharn going on down here in Numenorean, and we can, or rather an invasion, we can actually call a Tol Acharn currently with our representative. But I'm thinking that we're going to leave it until we're going to leave it for a couple of turns to see how it all pans out. Because as you can see, the hillmen, the mountain men, have attacked the Numenoreans. They've sided with Sauron because, as they were before the Numenoreans came out of the west about 140 years ago or whatever it was, they worshipped Sauron. And he was their god. And when the Numenoreans came, they swore oaths of fealty to Isildur. And now they've betrayed them. And they have caused a real kerfuffle right here in the region of Calenathan. And they're going to be attacking Gondor from within. They've got Mordor coming from over there. So we might have to help them out. But we've got a lot on our plate as well. Because in the last episode, we took Goblin Town. We took Imbargathol as well, I think. But, obviously, the orcs of the Misty Mountains hold the Gladden Fields over here. They, of course, hold the Northern Misty Mountains and a plethora of other regions. So, to make sure that we aren't caught between a rock and a hard place, I'm going to get a spy here in Goblin Town. We're going to send him north. We might even be able to snag up another region over here. Because, whilst we are currently shiftily eyeing the hillmen over here, we're kind of like wondering, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Because we've got Finrod the champion here. We could actually strike at South Rudar, take it, and hopefully see the demise of that faction. But then Finrod is also safeguarding rather the south of our newly acquired regions from the wild men down here in Haga, because we'd kind of also want to get rid of them. But we just don't have the money right now to secure all of these regions at the same time, because we also do need to keep public order in these places. As you can see, Goblin Town there, they don't really like us that much. So we're going to start building artist studios, get that culture rolling. And I think now, because we've been really steamrolling the past couple of episodes, I think we just need to put the brakes on a little bit just to see our realm grow a little bit. Particularly, we need to get this minor city in Buruk so we can get High King, the High King out of there hiking, and then we can get things like a port in El Osterion, because that's going to give us a lot of money. And actually, I think we can just disband these immediately. If we need more ships, we can get them, but right now they're costing us money. So let's see what happens on the next turn. And it does look like we actually... Oh, it's another... Oh, no. That's the benefactor. I thought that was another guy called Roher Diron. But he does have a strong will, which is somewhat useful, and he is also smart. So how about let's get him, because we are going to need a general soon, I think. In fact, let's just immediately send him to Mithlond, because we're going to start recruiting. And oh no, Minas Tirith has fallen. Who has he fallen? Oh, who has the city fallen to? Place your bets. It's Mordor. Mordor have taken Anorian. So, of course, we will want to get that back for the Free Peoples. So, if we just select Balanithran the Herald, let's see if we can actually call one there. We can. We absolutely can. But we're going to have to wait on that for a small amount of time because we need Vanafindon here to actually get an army. So, how do our finances look? Wait, so we've currently got 5,000 about. I don't think we need anything here. We've already built the artist studio. It's not urgent because that culture now is building. But we just need a small amount of money for that. But we can spend about 2 grand of that money now and then still be able to get that next turn. So I'm glad I got this spy. So if I just move him there, and I believe... Oh, wait. I thought it was like here or something. But no, let's just keep moving. Oh, and there it is. So Hithaiglir, which actually is the Misty Mountains. I think Hith is the word for mist. Other instances of Hith and mist are Hithlum, which I can't remember what it actually means. But Hithlum was one of the regions in... Actually, it wasn't a part of Beleriand. It was, like, Beleriand was the region that, like, people just kind of call the whole thing. But, of course, this was Lindon, also in the first stage. And I think it was... I'm not actually sure if Lindon, I don't think, was actually a part of Beleriand either. I think Lindon was part of Assyriand, the land of the 7 rivers, because there were 7 rivers that all came out of here, and then flowed into the sea down here somewhere. But yeah, Beleriand kind of was between, I think it was the river... Oh, I can't remember. Maybe it was the river Gelion? I think it was the river Gelion, which was the main river that kind of flowed through here, or like around about there. Everything between there and that was basically everything between there and all the way past Nargothrond as well. But anyway, I'm waffling. But actually, on that point as well, see, we got the artist studio here, that's good. On that point, actually, in the future, if some of you watch my Woodland Realm campaign, I did note in that I didn't note in that. I mentioned it in my Gondor campaign and in this as well, didn't I? But I did mention that I won't be carrying on with that campaign. Now, the reason for that is because I just felt like it's really dragging on. Like, it's become a real grind, and it's not fun, you know? It's just every single... There's so many big battles, of course, but it's very much the same over and over. And I don't want it to become... like a real grind. So, for those of you that were enjoying it, I'm sorry. But it was just a real pain to keep on going. And I've just overspent massively. So let's just take those guys out. But the reason... Well, I'm going to return with an episode soon where I kind of basically play out like 10 turns. I've actually already filmed the 10 turns, and it's just there to edit. And it's kind of a fast-forward kind of format, essentially, where I just go over the key points, like how we're going. So I just keep the story going along. And I just want to get to the point where we actually take Isengard. So we do actually... and any other regions that we may acquire along the way. Because I feel like it's a shame just to drop it off there immediately. Now, here as well, if I just come back to this campaign, we can actually move out of Goblin Town. Oh, but they really don't like us, do they? They really do not like us. There's a lot of unrest here, but it is going down. The cultural unrest, naturally, is going to be very high until we get that higher. And actually, something else we could use is... Do we have a watchtower there? Yes, we do. We could use something else over here. Like, can Elrond come out of there? Oh, he can. Yes, he can. So, let's just move some of our forces. We've got a solid line of infantry, because obviously we want to be able to defend ourselves should the need arise. And actually, let's take those as well. Okay, brilliant. Now, I just want to pop a watchtower right there. And actually, they've got a watchtower there, so they all see us coming, which is less than desirable. We've got, what's your name? Galdor. You're actually coming. You're coming to have a chat with our brethren across the Misty Mountains. Very distant brethren. But actually, you can see, actually, the mountain men ended their besiegement, their siege of Angrenost, and they cleared off somewhere down here. And Haga still has that force there, and actually the Numenoreans have taken Adorn here, which is a stronghold. I don't know if they did that in the last turn. I can't remember. I remember them moving towards it. But other than that, I think, yeah, we're just going to leave it there. We've got a couple of units coming over here, and they're going to be for Banafindon, and he is actually going to then command our glorious Tol Acharn army. Excellent. Nothing really happened over the end turn. I suppose that's not really excellent though, is it? We did get the artist studio in Goblin Town. Oh, and we could get the art gallery as well. And that would be a massive bonus to us, because obviously we need to get that culture rolling before we can even really leave. And Finrod, yeah, we just can't leave. I'd want that army to clear off somewhere, because I feel like if we move, then they might attack us. And I just noticed, we're the number one faction, in terms of production anyway. I guess everyone else is too busy warring. But, you know, sometimes you just got to slow down a little bit and build what you have. So there we go. We've got Buruk going now, and as you can see, we've currently got 0.5% population growth. I move him out, 0.5 on the negative.
Yes, my lord.
So yeah, he definitely needed to be in there, and we're just going to keep him in there for a little bit longer, because otherwise they might revolt, and we wouldn't want that. So we're going to need a lot of forces to actually... we want to build a proper, like an actual army this time, because the past few Tol Acharns, I've learned that, you know, they've just been really haphazard. We've gone too soon. We call it and then immediately try and get out there, you know. But this time I want to build a proper, like, stack. It doesn't have to be a full stack. We will pick up a few mercenaries, but we can't rely on the mercenaries alone. And, of course, if we're coming all the way down here, we will have to march, I think, through the mountain men's domain, because I suppose we could get a ship to come all the way around here, but I think that would be really slow. So, like, you know, someone else might have already captured, although I think the Numenoreans have got their hands full currently, but I think that, again, is pretty much all we can really do. Let's keep the diplomat moving as well, and we should have enough for a watchtower. Let me just check. Yeah, it's 200. So if I put it there... Oh my days. Well, it's actually not that bad. Okay, that is a lot. Let's go back. Let's not get attacked by that. Although, having said that, I think we probably could beat a full stack of orcs, potentially. I don't know. I mean, we could build some kind of, like, square around us. A Thangael. And just have our archers in the middle. But we just wouldn't have the cavalry superiority. Like, Glorfindel is like obscenely overpowered. Like, he could... it's just gross how good he is. But... if I could just backtrack again, in fact, I'm just going to press end turn and keep talking. So, if I just backtrack a little bit on the Woodland Realm campaign, I don't want to keep banging on about it. This is the final point. But I'm just thinking how to make it, essentially, and keep it still less of like going through bullet points kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Get it entertaining so that people actually want to watch it. So that's what I'm working on, so don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. But, it's coming. And also, the other content, then, is on the lore stuff. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. Actually, if you didn't know, most of my videos... Actually, not really anymore, because a lot of these videos are just these Let's Plays, which are fun. And I credit my growth to them, to be honest. But I love doing the lore videos, and... I've just been thinking how best to do them, because the last ones, they didn't get very many views, and, you know, for that reason, I've kind of not really wanted to do them. But this guy is a knight fighter, so I'm going to take him, actually. However, I'm probably going to be filming them on my, so I do all my editing on an iPad, with iMovie, because I don't know, it's really easy to use, and... You know, I don't need anything crazy. But, also, I don't have any crazy camera gear, so I'm just going to be using my iPad to film it. And I'll have my ugly mug on there. So, that's something for you to either look forward to or to detest. So, make of that what you will. And, we can't get any good buildings.
Yes.
How much money will we have on the next turn? 3,221. And how much do we need over here to actually build that? So we can spend 700. 700. What will that get us over here in Mithlond, I wonder? Now, I did actually just get that general. I have to have a look where he is. Let's get the Lindon Longspearmen. And how much do they cost? Oh, brilliant. And where did that one general go? If I just... where did he go? Oh, we've got one there. Okay. There's 2 here. And this guy... Oh, I remember this guy. He's picked up a few... Actually, he's turned out to be a really good governor. Holy... That is really good. That's really good. -2 squalor. But anyway, he's not very good in command anymore because he's been in there for so long. But this guy, Ereinion, he does seem pretty good because he is a night fighter. So he can kind of fight one army at a time. And that'll be very useful. And I'm just thinking, even though that is really good, you know, I think Gildor will be better. So I think what we could do is kind of bring him around to here. And eventually, once the army sets upon its quest to go and take Minas Anor for the Free Peoples, we will actually, you know, do a switcheroo over here. Gildor then will actually have added funds to build up an army, and actually over here as well. So, again, we're just going to end the turn right after I move this diplomat. Like, hopefully, Lothlorien is doing okay, because I'd hate them to not do well. But of course, Erungalin has got Ninglor over here, so they must be doing quite well. And actually, they've got all this. And, oh yeah, and the Anduin Vale as well as to the Lothlorien Elves. So they've probably got this area over here. But let's see what happens again. And we've still got adoptions coming in. We don't need that many, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I should accept them because they're good units. But I'm just one of those people that doesn't like too many generals in an army, you know. But which way should we go? Let's go this way, I guess.
Yes.
Oh, there's Karas Galathon. I'm assuming there's another region here. They can't just have one region here, and the way that it's placed as well. And I think I've actually seen in an overview this thing here, because I watched an overview many moons ago, back when this was still far back in development, this mod. And we had a preview of Galadriel. Now, I'm just... so, how much money do we have? We're actually still making money, despite the fact that we've got all these forces. And I can't count, clearly. Maybe it was because we got that extra general. Who knows? And for that reason, we can't build the culture building. Oh, that's disappointing. But next turn, we should have... Hopefully this is correct. 3,545. And we need, what was it, 2,500? Let's get some more troops. So, let's get... I really do like the Lindon Longspearmen. We will eventually start getting those. Hang on, do we have the money? 2,931. Hopefully this isn't broken. There we go. We've got enough money in the bank. And those dwarves, they're not really doing anything. And also, I was just watching, like... what the Numenoreans here were doing, and they're kind of going back and forth. Like, I'd prefer it if they just went in there, smashed one enemy, because they're not doing anything over here. They do have North Arthedain over here, and the dwarves are kind of beating the hillmen over there as well. But I just this region right here is what's causing me issues. But the orcs over here, they're not bringing anything towards us, so they must really have their hands full elsewhere. And the clansmen, or the wildmen rather, they're also just kind of doing nothing over here. But I can't... Maybe I should just march this way. Yeah, we're just going to march south, and we're going to help out the Numenoreans take them out, I think. I think that's a wise move. But if we see the hillmen coming in this direction at all, we will have to come immediately back to save Ost-in-Edhil, because we can't lose that either. But let's carry on moving forward with the turns. And then, town ready to upgrade. No! Well, actually, it's not a bad thing. We just can't do it right now. Like, there's no way we can do that. Like, not at all. But the Numenoreans look like they are definitely coming this way. And Captain Atu...
Yes.
Well, we'll keep moving, and if I see anything coming down this road, I'm hightailing it back there. I suppose I could actually move Gildor out of there, because I don't think he's actually going to be... Yeah, he's not, like, making much money in there. But if I take those guys out, we won't be able to build anything over here at all. And no orcs still coming from the north. That's good news. So we can just kind of consolidate for a moment. And, oh yeah, and now we can actually get this building. Bam. Excellent stuff. And how many units do we currently have? Okay, next turn we'll be able to get another... Oh, Christ alive. I think I'll just have to call it. And then we'll get moving. And we just need to lose some units in battle, to be honest. So, yeah, could we... We could... Oh, it's risky, though. We don't know what's coming from the north.
Approaching quietly.
We just don't know what's happening over there. But I think what I could do is... Right, Glorfindel, he's a beast. He doesn't need a whole lot to help him out. But Elrond does. I mean, he's very good, but he does need some extra units to help him out. So if I just leave him with the pikes and the spearmen. So 1, 2, 3. So then I could take... I'll take these archers. Hang on, do we need archers? I mean, we always could do with some more archers. But equally, I think we could use those Sindar swordsmen and those archers like so. And then those cavalry.
As you wish.
Because that's still not a bad force. He's got a couple decent archers. He'll kill probably 1,000 orcs like that. So we're going to take those units. We're going to take out of here what we can. And then we're going to march. That's still a really big army, isn't it? That is a really big army. I think it's important just to take this out. So we've got a safe enclave over here, because we can't keep getting attacked. It's better to be attacked from one direction rather than be surrounded at all times. Which is why this region here is such a pickle. Because if that wasn't there, then it would all just be like from the north here. But now we're kind of surrounded, and that borders a couple of regions there that are very poorly defended. So anyway, we're on the 60th turn. This is very much the mid game, but I don't think we can really rush things equally. We've had good progress up to now, and we're just getting into the swing of things. Well, nothing really happened in that turn, other than the fact that I forgot to have a chat over here. Do we have trade rights? No, it doesn't look like. It must have been Erungalin then that I had a word with before. If we got, if we did that, that seems balanced. Oh, they don't like it. Oh, just give me trade rights. Oh, Jesus.
An honor and a pleasure. Farewell.
Galadriel sounds like a lot like a man.
Yes.
Oh, there is no. Oh no, there is a region here. I thought there wasn't one. I do like the look of their units, though. They've got a lot of effective against armor units, because they've got a heavily like Sindarin kind of feel to them, even though they're Sylvan elves. Obviously, well, Galadriel is she's Noldorin, but everyone else is like their king is
yes, my lord.
Sindar elf. And where did their units go? Well, they're not coming this way. That's good. That's all I care about. So let's just keep marching along with our allies, and we'll keep marching in this direction. They've got 2 armies there. Jeez. But if we can just take them out, hopefully they're going in that direction, not just coming in this direction. Of course, we don't know what's happening over here, other than the fact that, I mean, they still hold the river. They don't hold Minas Ithil, though. That's a shame, but I presume they hold all this, although we can't see. And then over here in the north, they're still doing okay. That's good, good, good. Are they actually besieging any of these settlements? Oh, that's a fort. No. No, they're not. Well, there's nothing actually to build now, other than just get some more troops. So we sorely are in need of some archers. And, oh, there's all the money gone. Oh, dear. What is happening here? Where did they come from?
We must make a stand. We are besieged.
Just out of nowhere, they've immediately attacked us. Southron Sentinels. I mean, luckily, this doesn't seem all that difficult. They've got some Azulada mariners. long-range missiles, and a catapult. Well, it's a good thing we've actually been training some troops then. Well, in we go.
Attack!
Well, this was really, really unexpected. I didn't know this could actually happen. And now I'm wondering what is happening. Because they don't seem to be attacking us at all. And are they aware that they're the ones that attacked us? Oh, now they are attacking. So the catapult has fired up. But there is absolutely no danger of us losing this battle. I'm just going to put pikes on either side of the doors. And then we'll probably just utilize our generals, to be honest, because we don't want to take too many losses. Because this army is meant to be an army that is about to move out for war. But it depends on how they react, really. I don't know. Yeah, let's see what the AI is like. Let's move these guys over here. We've got units of javelinmen ready to throw their javelins in. But again, they've just stopped. Oh, they're going for our wall now. Oh, they're probably just going to use up all of their ammunition then, I suppose, and see how that goes. Well, now it looks like they're going for the gatehouse. Yeah, I mean, that's like the most point. They didn't even do any damage to it. So, okay. Well, they used up all of their ammunition on this building that took... oh no, actually no, they did destroy the gatehouse. Never mind. I'm speaking gibberish. But which way are they coming? I can't actually tell. So let's... I should have perhaps done this a little sooner. Let's move those guys over there and let's put the Lindar infantry kind of in the middle because they don't mind getting flanked a bit. And it does look like they are sending a few units that way, but not too many. We've got our general here ready to receive, and actually if our archers want to fire, what the hell? They've still got ammunition. Well, we'll just have to move a little bit with our javelins. I brought them one unit over here and one unit is still waiting here, ready to fire. It does look like their catapults might start shooting at us here, so... Oh no, they're not even caring. They're just going for some more of the wall.
The walls are no longer ours.
I don't know. Let's get into Pike Formation. We're in Pike Formation over there. They're kind of fighting decently there. And do we need to throw the javelins? We may as well. Throw the javelins in over there. And Monsieur General, you just go on in there. And let's get out of the line of fire, maybe. Well, we'll throw in the javelins first. I mean, jeez. Oh, I didn't go those javelins. And actually, that gatehouse is very nicely in the way of their catapult. But archers, if you could shoot into the backs of these Southron sentinels, that would be fantastic. And we've used up all of our ammunition over there, so now just Cirdan with your actually, I can't remember how good your... Oh, you're not that good. 1424. Yeah, you're actually worse than the generic bodyguard. I suppose that kind of makes sense, because you're just a bunch of sailors. But still, let's throw in the javelins on those Southron. I just don't know where this army came from. Like, sure, we're at war with Harad, but still, I don't understand how they could get this. This must be like a scripted in response. Oh, we just threw the javelins. I missed it. Let's get the next volley. They're taking some arrow fire, but they're all arcing shots. They're not going to do a whole lot of damage. And we haven't clearly got a good line of sight there to... Oh, they're getting close. They're getting close to the catapult. I'm chancing it a little bit here. But let's just make sure we get all those in there. And the archers, I reckon, are doing quite well as well. We don't really care if we take a bit of friendly fire on the general. But he is such a beast. And, yeah, just watching warily. We do have a special ability over here, the Hand of Ulmo. And he is, despite the fact that he's not very good, he's actually done very well over here. And the Lindar infantry are also kind of serving their purpose. But we do have this special ability that improves defense, lowers enemy morale. And I'm just wondering, how long can that catapult fire? And oh my word, do not shoot the archers, because these are going on our Tol Acharn. Oh, that was close. Let's go behind this wall, like right there. We don't necessarily need the arrow fire. I think we've got this in the bag, to be honest. Let's just have a look at their archers here. The Azulada Mariners, very cool. Now, of course, they do look quite similar to, like, the Numenorean units, and you'd be quite right there, because they are black Numenoreans in the sense that the havens of the haven of Umbar in particular was a Numenorean haven, but it is a haven that was pretty much held by those that were loyal to the king, and they were known as the king's men, essentially. And they were followers of Sauron, and the last king of Numenor, Ar-Pharazôn the Golden. And Umbar then, despite the fact that Numenor had fallen, there were still Numenoreans there, and they had armies there. And to be honest, their armor probably was very similar to those of the Elendili or the faithful and whatnot. So it makes perfect sense, really. And Cirdan, you're going to go on a bit of a risky mission, go around the back, and Lindar infantry, actually, you're the ones that are again going to go after the catapult. And throw in your javelins there, men. I think we've got pretty good missile block here. Well, it's not amazing. And wait, where did this general go? Oh, he's going in there. Well, come and fire, or come and kill these Azulada Mariners, please. Oh no, you're actually going. Well, everyone just get involved. Oh, they're just trying to march on in here. They're just trying to barge through. That's not very kind of them. Let's just sort them out. The long spearmen aren't very good on the offense, but they can certainly usually hold a line. But these guys, they do look very cool, don't they? I mean, there's a marked similarity in fighting style, really. Well, no, not really, because we've got javelins and they've got a bow, but still. And over here, I tell you what, let's just use the Hand of Ulmo. Let's see how well it works. So what was it again? Oh, there's some seagulls going off as well. Improves defense. I wonder how exactly. They've just barged through there, haven't they? Yeah, they have. Where are you going? They're trying to just cap the town square, I suppose. But, I mean, we're not going to lose it. Oh, they've still got arrows. That's really weird. And, well, you come behind here and you're just going to shoot in there. And Lindar infantry have captured the catapult, pretty much. Point blank there. They just don't care. They just
lost control of the city.
Hopefully we're shooting at the right target. Yes, we are. Good stuff. And you guys are still fighting them, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're just taking your sweet time killing them. Oh, I don't know. They've just, in a last-ditch effort, they've tried to go in and cap the town square, and they're failing. But this is just really odd. In fact, let's just send in the long spearmen. We don't need to have a fight like this where we're trading blows with archers when we can just send in the pikes on the front and we've got the units in the back supposedly killing them, but they just don't care. The men at the front are like, yeah, you're on your own, mate. Like, I am shooting this arrow. I am a bow master. You cannot touch me. And actually the catapult is still going. Cirdan, go sort them out, and you can stop firing now. I think everyone's routing over here. Oh no, there's two units. There's this one over here still fighting. Oh, down goes their captain, and with that they're all running away. Excellent. But if this is like going to be a common occurrence, we'll have to be more wary, because if I wasn't building this army for the Tol Acharn, we would have lost Cirdan and we would have lost the settlement. And I'm just wondering, I did just actually disband my fleet. And another one has turned up. So I'm just thinking, is this tied to the fact that I didn't have a navy? Is that it? So if I had a navy, would they attack like that? Or is it just that they were just coming on that turn? I don't know. But that is definitely something to think about, and we will have to keep a good garrison in Mithlond. It doesn't have to be very large, but certainly we'll have to keep Cirdan with like 3 or 4 units. And also, if that... Where is this guy going? How long... He can actually get to Ost-in-Edhil the next turn.
Yes, my lord.
Well, we're going to have to abort over here. We're going to have to abort very quickly. And Thalion, you know...
Your orders, my lord.
I'm just gonna move him out. Can you reach him there? You can. Okay, well, if they do attack the settlement, then I don't want to lose him, because he's got a lot of respect, and I can respect that. But mainly because he's smart as well, so he's got a lot of good traits there that I think would be quite good for a governor. So I'm just gonna try and keep him alive, and I think with this posturing, that is going to actually force our hand. We're going to attack South Rudar. We're going to wipe it from existence. Well, I mean, not really, because like we'll take it. But it looks like the Numenoreans have actually got this like in hand, so I don't feel too bad about it. But how good is their army? They don't look very good. Arthedain Hadrun, they seem actually decent. And Firelon over here comes with a pretty good size, at least. I mean, they've got... they're like javelin men. Interesting. They look quite shoddy. They look like they're a bit of a militia force, though, if you know what I mean. So, hopefully they can actually win that. And if not, I'll be very sad. And I'm just... why am I moving you to Uggle? Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter right now. Oh, no, you were meant to come to Imladris. Or Imladris.
Yes,
See, everyone, if I'm speaking English, I'd say, like, Imladris. But in Quenya and Sindarin, the what's the word? Like, the focus is always on the first syllable. Well, pretty much always. So it isn't Imladris, it's Imladris, rather. So it's like on the im. And then equally, actually, Sindarin is another there's another thing like on that where it would be like Sindar or Sindar, and then you'd say like Sindarin would be like Sindarin rather than Sindarin. But of course, I would say Sindarin because it just sounds very weird. Equally, obviously, I am from Finland, for those that don't know, and I've gone to school in England. And I've always said my second name in particular in an English way, and because
yes, my lord.
English people can't pronounce it right, but anyone from like foreign countries, I'm sure you can understand. And the same with speaking Elvish. It sounds a bit. You sound like you sound like a phallus by saying it in a sort of way. But it's just like you might come across as pretentious, and I don't mean that at all. But we still don't have enough money. But we do have those archers on their way. Eventually we will get an army going. Amazing. And I'm just having a look at, these villagers. They're either going to need, as Meldarion is here, they're going to need a governor to try and build up some kind of population growth, but I don't think he actually does anything either, unless respect does stuff. I think it does actually. I think respect comes across as... oh no, it doesn't. I thought maybe it would come up here like chivalry improves population growth, but not here. But we've got Ost-in-Edhil actually also ready to grow. And where did that one army go?
Approaching quietly.
Oh, there he is. Oh, and there are the White Wolves.
There is healthy respect
And
between
they
us,
are
my lord.
wolves, but they have a special attack. I don't know what that means. But I think they do function basically the same as like warhounds in or war dogs. Warhounds actually I think were for the barbarians, weren't they? In Rome Total War 1. But they don't seem very good. Although they do have 4 hit points and evasion. That's like defense skill. So they're very susceptible to arrow fire, clearly. They do have snow trolls. If anyone has watched my Woodland Realm campaign, you'll know I've almost got PTSD from snow trolls from when I was fighting Gundabad. And because I was too stubborn to bring any siege. Because ballistas are like a ballista shot would basically wipe out a troll if it hit.
Yes.
But I just don't want to bring them. But where is that army going? Come on, guys, you need to take that out, because Phylon is not going to sort them out, is he? He's got a very ordinary force here. Although Otar Spearmen, or Ohtar, I suppose is how you'd say that as well. And I did mention this in a previous episode, I think. Ohtar. I had a discussion with Anne Wise, I want to say. If I just quickly look through my comments, because I just have my phone handy here, I think, Anne Wise, we had a brief discussion, I think, about this. And, so I'm not going to go over it too much again. But Ohtar is Quenya, which is like High Elven, that the Noldor spoke in Valinor, which is different from Sindarin, that they speak in Middle-earth. And it just means warrior. And this Otar, though, he actually was the guy that... He was one of 3 survivors of the disaster of the Gladden Fields, and he brought the shards of Narsil, amongst other things, and said also probably the Ring of Barahir. And I haven't actually looked that up, but I'm going to trust her. She knows her stuff. Oh no, we can't bring everyone out. Who wants to go back? You go back. Oh, they still need more.
Your orders, my lord.
I'll tell you what. Let's take the Arnorians.
Yes,
we'll take these guys.
With honor.
And it was just the word for warrior, and he called him up and said, like, warrior, you go back to Rivendell and like don't turn back, essentially, and make sure you get there, because things were looking grim. And Ohtar was kind of like a term of endearment because he was like a squire, but presumably he said like, you're a warrior now, you've got this. And just like that, we're moving on to the next turn. I really hope that my indecision at the beginning what to do with this army hasn't cost us too much, but we can actually move Dalion back there, I think. But they just got these massive armies. Numenoreans, you need to help us out. But over here, they, as you can see, well, I wasn't actually watching what happened over the end turn. But it does look like the Wild Men won, or rather Phylon just marched straight past, and he's actually going for Ethride Engrin, and they're just focusing on the mountain men, which is fair enough, but, you know, maybe they will change their mind if Angrenost goes under siege. But Buruk has become a minor city, and it looks a lot better now that it's Elven, don't you think? I think so. But soon we can actually move out of there, and I'm kind of inclined to just bring in like anyone. Oh, and we got the art gallery in Goblin Town, so this cultural unrest is still at 25%. I think it was at that before as well. In fact, the unrest has gone up as well. There must be a spy here for it to have gone up, but there's still no one coming down the mountain passes, and Hithyglir is enticingly empty, but we can't really move out. And I'm thinking we're gonna have to do something about, like, we can't just we're just gonna have to go now, I think, on this crusade, or rather call it now, and then, you know, hopefully we've got enough units, and then we can just train more Oh, we haven't actually called the Tol Acharn. Oh, yes, of course. But let's have a look through our potential targets. So there's Minas Nor, held by Mordor. There's a few dwarven settlements there. There's even Barad-dûr, but like steady on. Let's not go too crazy. Haga is the clansman, the wildman down in the south, that little village or town. Langheims, where's that? Oh, that's over here. So kind of where Framsburg would be in the Third Age. Minas Ithil, oh, that would be interesting. Or Barad and Kalimon down here at the mouths of the Harnen River. Or Harnen. Harnen River makes no sense. But we are going to go for Minas Nor, I think. I think that's one that everyone could get on board with. And we need to claim that back for the Free Peoples. And I wanted to make sure that we called it, because I'm fairly certain the AI can call them. And we want to make sure that we are the... Wait, how do I... Yeah, we want to make sure that we actually are the ones to get, the right target. So, we've called it now. Now, hopefully that will change and we will actually start making money. I don't know why it's gone suddenly so negative. Is it because we've just taken out Elrond over here? Now, does Elrond have Night Attacker? I hope he does. No. No, he does not. Can we beat an army of that size? I mean, I'm sure we could beat one of them.
Yes, my lord.
What if we just kind of... I think if we were to just go into their lands...
Yes.
Oh, he's going to ambush there, isn't he? Well, we want to make sure that we've got enough movement as well. So if we have to retreat, then we can do so, and we'll go a safe distance back. But I'm thinking they won't value this army at all. So they might just send one of them. Now, we can't see what they've got, but I'm pretty sure we fought the Goblin Volunteers. Not that good. And neither are the Goblin Archers. They've got a high attack, but they don't have very much in the way of accuracy. And we do have Horse Archers, which are very versatile. So, I think next turn we'll just come out here in the open. Unless they come and attack us, they might be able to see us via that watchtower. And then we can take out them one by one, I think. Or we could just take out one, and then that way we'll actually make some money because some of our troops died. These are the decisions, and
Yes, my lord.
Finrod is going to actually start encroaching on the territory of the Hillmen, which might be a bit of a poor move, but again, we just need to start killing off some of our troops, because then we can actually, train some new troops as well. So it's not all bad. I'm just checking around that there's nothing I've forgotten, but it doesn't look like I have. Oh, they've taken the bait. Well, I say bait. We'll see. Clearly that watchtower does work. Now, they do have the bonus in the... Oh, they've got trolls. What do we have, though? Actually, in the last battle, we did see that the trolls aren't that good. But also, we did see that it was mainly due to Glorfindel and his obscene charge bonus. And they've got... Oh, my days! They've got good stats. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one. We've got no pikemen this time to hold them back, but I think we've got to give it a go. And surely if we can kill the general, which we might not be able to, but if we can kill the general, then the rest will flee. And what... Oh my... Well, we do have to go in there and fight a little bit at least.
Muster your courage, men!
Well, one thing that I have most assuredly learned from the previous battles is the importance of our archer damage. So we need to make sure that they've got the best view and that they can actually shoot. And also what we will perhaps have to do is actually shoot the units in the back. But because we're so heavily outnumbered today, that is definitely going to be an issue. And the trolls in particular... I think I did realise in the last battle we didn't kill a single one of them with our horse archers. They've got 19 armour. Perhaps we did do some hit point damage, but I don't know if it's a good idea to even try and do any of that to them this time around. So I'm thinking perhaps if we go after the Warg Riders, they've got very little defense, and we absolutely do want to get rid of them. Our archers can handle their missile units, and I think Elrond, we can just commence shooting immediately. Oh my word. I don't think they're actually in range, are they? If they are shooting, they're not. Oh no, they are actually firing real shots. And actually also, let's make sure everyone's on guard mode. Elrond, can you fire at the cave trolls? Yes, you can. Excellent. So let's make sure that we get those shots on the Warg Riders, because they're going to be a real pain. I'm going to put on skirmish mode, because right now I just want to make sure, without pausing or anything, that we are doing as we should. We've got Sindar Swordsmen here on the front, including some... just wanted to make sure we weren't getting charged or anything. We've got Sindar Swordsmen on the front, along with the Volunteer Spearmen. And then we've got Lindar Infantry on the flanks, because they do have a bonus against cavalry, and they're spearmen. And I do kind of foresee them charging us on the flanks. I don't think they're going to be able to catch us, or will they? They do look like they're catching us. They're certainly catching a few of us. The pathfinding is so terrible. They're going to catch a few of us, and then they're all going to turn around, aren't they? Oh, this is annoying. Well, I'm going to have to pause because I need to actually make sure we are shooting at the correct targets. Cave trolls are taking hits. That's good. And because we do need to make sure that we win this, you know. But maybe shooting from this range with those guys isn't a good idea because their accuracy is so terrible. And we're not even in range yet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now let's come back over here, and hopefully they give up the chase. Yes, they have. Good, 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 good. We did lose a few there, but, I mean, we've shot a lot of them. And if we can just take down, like, all of them, that would be fantastic. Oh my god, they just don't stop, do they? And Elrond is actually using up a lot of his ammunition. I'm going to have to pause again, because we can't lose over there. And, oh, they're charging. And it's too late to move them, isn't it? Right, well, here we are again. Because, actually, something, I don't know what it was. After I paused in that battle, it just froze. And then the Medieval 2 just closed itself. It basically Alt F4'd. But there was, yeah, so it crashed. Right on, I think it's because I just pressed pause, and immediately after unpausing I was like clicking and also using, I don't know, I did maybe too many commands at once and it just overloaded the RAM or something, because I've been playing for well, like an hour now, I guess. So I don't know, but I do use large address aware, so I don't think it would be that. But that is, I think, the first crash that I've had playing this mod, so that's not really that bad, and I think I'd struggle for that to occur again. But having said that, I can't replay that battle. I will do this battle at the very beginning of the next episode, and also in the next episode then we will see, hopefully we might see us actually going down to Minas Anor. I don't know how long it will take us, but I, just as a word of warning, you know that Numenorean army that was here? It was like Fildor, I think his name was. I did see the star above his banner, which means that he is also on the Tol Acharn, and he is a lot closer to Minas Anor than we are. So I'm perhaps going to have to, once again, rethink the strategy. Well, we're just at a real disadvantage with Tol Acharns because we are just so far away. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been a little less focused on the gameplay though, so I do apologise about that. I've just been airing some thoughts out with you guys. But again, comment if there's something that you don't like as well. Or you can even dislike. Or you can like. But I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.